Welcome to a journey through the Netherlands, where the ordinary becomes extraordinary. This quirky corner of Europe is home to some of the most bizarre and fascinating phenomena you won't find anywhere else. The Netherlands is a treasure trove of eccentricities, from imaginative inventions that challenge the norm to unique cultural practices that defy convention. Buckle up as we delve into 15 strange and crazy things that make this country a standout destination. Prepare to be amazed by the unexpected and delight in the oddities that define Dutch ingenuity and charm.
I love orange.
I love orange.
Number 1. The strange border with Belgium. The border between Baarle-Nassau in the Netherlands and Baarle-Hertog in Belgium is a fascinating example of geographical and political peculiarities. This border is not a straightforward line, but a complex jigsaw puzzle of enclaves and exclaves crisscrossing streets, buildings, and even private homes. In Baarle-Hertog, a Belgian enclave, small sections of land are surrounded by Dutch territory, while Baarle-Nassau contains Belgian enclaves within its borders. One of the most striking features of this border is how it runs through buildings. Sometimes a single house may straddle both countries, with one half being in the Netherlands and the other in Belgium.
See, the borderline is running to this boardroom. Now I am in Belgium and I can hop over to the Netherlands.
This peculiar arrangement means that residents might have to follow different sets of laws and regulations depending on which side of their house they are on. Street signs and even the pavement are marked with white crosses indicating the border's path, making it a visual and functional reminder of the intricate division. The origins of this unusual border date back to medieval treaties and historical land agreements between local nobility. The Treaty of Maastricht in 1843 further complicated the situation by reaffirming the complex arrangement of borders without resolving the entangled nature of the enclaves. The result is a modern-day border reflecting historical negotiations and territorial claims whims rather than straightforward geographical boundaries. This quirky border arrangement is a geographical curiosity and a symbol of the complex historical relationships between neighboring countries. It intrigues visitors and is a living example of how historical agreements can lead to surprising and unusual contemporary realities. Number 2. The Netherlands is the lowest country in Europe. The Netherlands, sometimes called Holland, is Europe's poorest nation. The North Sea borders it north and west. It borders Belgium to the south and Germany to the east. Many parts of the country are underwater. About 26% of land and 21% of people live below sea level. The lowest point is 6.76 meters below sea level in Zuidplaspolder. The country's flat topography and huge polders make it unique. The Dutch have developed a complicated network of dikes, canals, and pumping stations to combat flooding. The Netherlands' water management plan relies on dikes, which block water from entering the land. These constructions have evolved from mounds to technical marvels over hundreds of years. The Delta Works, a series of southwest building projects, shows how the Netherlands approaches water management creatively. When completed in 1997, the Delta Works included dams, sluices, locks, dikes, and storm surge barriers to defend the area from North Sea storms. Water management in the Netherlands shapes society, infrastructure, and flood prevention. The Dutch love water and incorporate it into city planning and outdoor activities. Amsterdam and Utrecht feature several canals, which are helpful and beautiful. Dutch corporations and engineers are significant players in global water management initiatives. The intricate water management system affects the country's infrastructure. Roads, trains, and residences are created with water in mind, and many novel water-resistant building methods and materials are used. The Dutch school system emphasizes engineering and environmental studies because water management is crucial to the nation's economy and character. The Netherlands' low height and proximity to the sea have made it innovative and tough, shaping its environment, infrastructure, and global effect. Number 3. The wonder of the Maeslandkering. Maeslandkering, a modern engineering marvel, is a crucial storm surge defense. The Dutch sea defense system includes this massive deployable wall in Rotterdam. The 1997 completed Maeslandkering is part of the Delta Works, which defend the low-lying region from North Sea storm waves. The Maeslandkering blocks the Nieuwe Waterweg during severe storms. This vital waterway links Rotterdam to the North Sea. 2 gigantic floating gates form the barrier. Each is as long as the Eiffel Tower and weighs 6,800 tons. The gates are stored at docks on both sides of the river when unused. Storm surges are predicted, so gates are lowered and floated. Blocking the river prevents the surge from flooding Rotterdam and its economically vital regions. It's impossible to praise the Maeslandkering enough. It is Europe's largest port and a global commerce hub. The city is home to over 1 million people and several enterprises. Storm surges provide a high risk of catastrophic flooding for people, property, and businesses. The Maeslandkering can withstand storm surges up to 5 meters above sea level. It safeguards one of the world's most vital economies. Fantastic engineering and technology went into the Maeslandkering. A complicated computer system monitors weather and sea levels to keep the barrier working. When a storm approaches, the system closes, taking 2 hours. Buoyancy tanks help the gates move precisely by floating and sinking. The Maeslandkering's ingenious design makes it easy to ship while not in use. Dutch cunning is exemplified by the Maeslandkering, which protects the Netherlands from the sea, a constant threat. Its advanced features and technical expertise defend Rotterdam and set global flood defense standards. Number 4. Giethoorn, the village without roads. Beautiful Giethoorn is in Overijssel, Netherlands. Sometimes nicknamed Venice of the North. Giethoorn's river-based transportation system is unusual. More than 90 kilometers of canals make Giethoorn a tranquil, attractive place, where boats are the primary mode of transportation. In the 1300s, peat extraction created many streams that formed the village's trademark feature, including this canal system. Giethoorn is different from Venice, which is big and crowded. It is quieter and personal. People who prefer tranquility and nature to the hustle and bustle of a vast city choose Giethoorn. Venice attracts millions of tourists annually. Giethoorn has a unique culture and lifestyle. Punters are long pole-pushed, thin, flat-bottomed boats. These electric and silent whisper boats allow residents and tourists to navigate the hamlet peacefully. There are no cars, so the region is calm and pollution-free. People who live in this manner are close and have quiet, water-focused conversations. Town infrastructure matches the canal-based lifestyle. Many properties have docks and are accessible by boat. Water-based transportation handles local services like food deliveries. Walking and swimming promote a leisurely lifestyle so individuals can enjoy their surroundings without the stress of city life. Giethoorn values its history and nature. The community celebrates its distinct lifestyle with several festivals. These include boat parades and Dutch heritage celebrations. Tourism is tightly monitored, and eco-friendly approaches are utilized to protect the village's canals and land and preserve their beauty and natural balance. Giethoorn's lifestyle blends human civilization with natural rivers. Its serene atmosphere, strong sense of community, and canal-based transit system demonstrate how traditional traditions can be modernized. Number 5. The glowing bike path. A magnificent cycling path near Nuenen, Netherlands, was inspired by Vincent van Gogh's Starry Night. Tourists and locals flock there. Artist Don Roosgaard created this vibrant cycling path. The Van Gogh cycle route connects his life's major places. Featuring art, technology, and utility, the 1-kilometer trail is immersive. An intriguing blend of embedded LED lights and thousands of small reflective stones illuminates the way. These stones sparkle softly at night. They get sunlight during the day. The LED lights are designed to resemble Van Gogh's Starry Night, with its swirling patterns and vibrant vitality. This creates a vivid image. It respects Van Gogh's outstanding works and turns the road into a living work of art that changes with the light. From an artistic perspective, the illuminating bike route shows how new technology can appreciate classic art. It uses the senses to immerse viewers in Van Gogh's art. This mix of art and technology boosts Nuenen's cultural worth and attracts tourists worldwide. The trail commemorates Van Gogh and weaves his legacy into the towns around it. Functionally, the lighted bike path is beneficial. By making bikes and walkers more visible, LED lights and reflective stones make the area safer without street illumination. Eco-friendly methods reduce energy use and light pollution, supporting sustainability goals. The path's unusual shape attracts tourists and benefits the local economy. The glowing Nuenen bike path shows how art can enhance public settings. It transforms a bike path into art, making it unique. This project honors Van Gogh and shows how public spaces may inspire and engage people. Number 6. The love for orange. The Dutch love orange, a symbol of national pride and unity. The Dutch royal family's House of Orange-Nassau is responsible for this orange connection. In the 1600s, William of Orange, known as William the Silent, led the Dutch uprising against Spanish control. This made the Netherlands independent. His legacy and orange have since made the country unique. Dutch history and culture bear many Orange-Nassau traces. William received the French Principality of Orange, hence the family name. William led the Dutch independence movement and became a national hero. Based on his affinity to orange, it symbolizes struggle, freedom, and national sovereignty. Orange symbolized Dutch royalty and togetherness across time. Dutch culture and events demonstrate this orange passion.
I love orange.
I love orange.
April 27th, King Willem-Alexander's birthday and Koningsdag is a significant day of love. People around the nation wear orange, and they even paint their faces and wear orange trinkets. Orange lights illuminate the streets, while celebrations, markets, and concerts occur. Orange is so trendy right now that it's in meals and drinks. Orange drinks and pastries are widespread. Football, soccer games show how much the Dutch adore orange. Orange jerseys for the Dutch national team, Oranje, and orange-clad spectators make stadiums and public viewing areas stand out. This colorful display unites people from all backgrounds to support their team and develop national pride. Orange is observed in Dutch life beyond parties and sports activities. Use it for branding, marketing, public art, and street decorations. The color always recalls our nation's past and the House of Orange-Nassau's influence. Number 7. Animal overpasses and tunnels. The Netherlands is known for caring about the environment, and they have come up with a creative way to solve the problem of how roads and streets hurt wildlife. Wildlife crossings. Some of these are overpasses and tunnels that are meant to make it safe for animals to cross, which lowers the number of animals that die on the roads and protects biodiversity. Locals call these structures products. and they are very important for keeping natural areas that have been broken up by infrastructure together. Wildlife crossings work by making separate tracks that let animals cross busy roads without having to worry about hitting cars. For many species, these crossings are necessary because they let them get to different parts of their environments to feed, mate, and migrate. By making it safe for animals to cross, these buildings help keep wildlife populations healthy and lower the number of animals that die on roads. The Natuurbrug Zanderij Krijlu is one of the most famous wildlife crosses in the Netherlands. It is the world's longest wildlife overpass, going 800 meters across a railway line, business park, river, and sports complex. This product, which is near Hilversum, lets animals like deer, boar, and badgers move easily between habitats that aren't connected. Because of how well this bridge worked, more crossings have been built across the country. The Veluwe, a large forest area in the middle of the Netherlands, is another important example. Several roads cut through the area, which is very dangerous for wildlife. To fix this problem, many wildlife paths have been built, such as the Voorste-Hoeve Ecoduct, which goes over the A50 highway. Studies have shown that these crossings work, with a big drop in road deaths and a good effect on wildlife populations in the area. There are also wildlife tubes in the Netherlands. These are called fauna passages. Smaller animals, like amphibians, lizards, and small mammals, can benefit the most from these tunnels. One example is that the tunnels under the A2 highway near Maastricht have made it much less likely for amphibians to die, even protected species like the natterjack toad. These wildlife paths do more than just cut down on roadkill. They are very important for keeping genetic diversity because they link up separate groups, which lets more genes move around and makes ecosystems healthier. These buildings also show that the Netherlands is serious about sustainable growth and living in harmony with nature. The Netherlands wildlife paths are an example of creative care for the environment. By putting wildlife's health first and spending money on infrastructure to support it, the country sets an example for protecting biodiversity and living in a way that doesn't hurt the environment. This makes sure that natural habitats and human development can live together in peace. Number 8. The safe biking country. The Netherlands is one of the safest and most bike-friendly countries in the world because of its outstanding bicycling infrastructure and laws. The Dutch have created an environment where riding is not only practical, but also a preferred means of transportation, with a vast network of designated bike lanes, traffic-calmed streets, and bike parking facilities. More than 35,000 kilometers of bike lanes connect the nation's towns, cities, and rural areas. The fact that these paths are well kept and frequently kept apart from moving cars increases bike safety. The Dutch government has also made large investments in bike infrastructure, such as providing plenty of bike parking in urban areas and well-designed traffic signals, especially for cyclists.
That is pretty damn incredible.
The nation's cycling culture is further supported by laws that encourage riding, such as tax breaks for buying bikes and funding for programs that let people borrow bikes from one another. Statistics show how committed the Dutch are to bicycling. About 27% of all travels in the nation are made on bicycles, with work-related riding making up 42% of all trips. The Netherlands' flat topography, which makes riding an accessible and practical option for many citizens, contributes to the country's high rate of cycling. Riding a bike is a part of Dutch culture from an early age. Early bike instruction is common, with balance bikes being used as a first step before switching to regular bicycles. Bicycle education is often incorporated into school curricula, with a focus on road safety and bike handling techniques. This early integration helps to the nation's excellent levels of cycling proficiency and safety by fostering a lifetime habit of cycling. Number 9. Tulip Fields and Keukenhof. The Netherlands' tulip fields and Keukenhof gardens are well known around the world for their exquisite and colorful displays. One of the biggest flower gardens in the world is Keukenhof, sometimes known as the Garden of Europe. With more than 7 million bulbs planted each year, this 79-acre park in Liese features an amazing display of tulips, daffodils, hyacinths, and other spring flowers. During the tulip season, which runs from mid-March to mid-May, the gardens are open to the public and provide a stunning display of floral design. In the Netherlands, tulips have been around since the 16th century. The Ottoman Empire brought tulips to Europe, where they quickly gained popularity as a status and money symbol by the 17th century. One of the first known economic bubbles occurred during the Dutch tulip mania in the early 1600s, when tulip bulb prices reached incredible heights before plummeting sharply. Despite their tumultuous beginning, tulips ingrained themselves firmly in Dutch gardening and culture. The Dutch countryside is dotted with tulip fields, which are evidence of their prowess in flower farming. Farmers cultivate enormous stretches of tulips, producing breathtakingly colorful vistas that draw tourists from all over the world. These fields are frequently separated into areas that feature various tulip kinds and hues, creating a dynamic and ever-changing spectacle. These flower arrangements are more important than just beautiful. As a major attraction for millions of tourists each year, they are vital to the Dutch tourism industry. Given the length of time the Netherlands has dedicated to tulip growing, the tulip fields and Keukenhof gardens are recognized as emblems of Dutch horticultural creativity and tradition. They symbolize the nation's love of the natural world and its expertise in floriculture. And for many, they are a crucial part of the Dutch cultural legacy. Number 10. The Dutch windmills. Dutch windmills serve as both practical engineering solutions and historical marvels, making them a symbol of the Netherlands. These famous buildings, with their revolving blades and tall wooden frames, have had a significant impact on the history and geography of the Netherlands. In the past, windmills in the Netherlands were utilized for a number of tasks, including sawing wood, grinding grain, and pumping water. They were built in the 13th century. Their clever design is demonstrated by the sails on each mill, which use wind energy to power internal equipment. In an era with few other energy sources, this technology was essential. Restoration of land and management of water resources have been two of the most important uses of Dutch windmills. With much of its terrain below sea level, the Netherlands is a low-lying nation. Windmills have proven essential in draining water from lakes and marshes to generate usable land. They run a network of polders, or pumps and dikes, which are crucial for managing water levels and averting flooding. This complex system of waterworks and windmills is an amazing hydraulic engineering achievement and a monument to the inventiveness and tenacity of the Dutch people. The historical and cultural relevance of windmills is shown by a number of noteworthy windmill locations in the Netherlands. A network of 19 windmills that date back to the 18th century, the Kinderdijk windmills are recognized for their remarkable engineering feats and scenic beauty. They are also part of the UNESCO World Heritage Site. Another well-known location is Zaanse Schans, which is close to Amsterdam, and offers visitors the opportunity to view a variety of pristine windmills and traditional Dutch handicrafts. These windmills are treasured reminders of Dutch ancestry, not just useful buildings. They are a living example of the Netherlands' long tradition of tenacity and inventiveness in navigating its difficult terrain. They still draw tourists today and operate as a symbol of the resilience of Dutch inventiveness and custom. Number 11. The Aalsmeer Flower Auction. One of the biggest flower auctions in the world and a major hub for the floral industry worldwide is the Aalsmeer Flower Auction, held in Aalsmeer, Netherlands. It was founded in 1912 and is an essential link in the flower supply chain, handling millions of blooms every day across more than 100,000 square meters. At Aalsmeer, The auction procedure is effective and active. Growers from all over the world bring flowers and plants to the auction hall, where they are sorted and displayed. Using a Dutch auction system, the price goes up until a buyer accepts it, at which point it goes down. Thousands of transactions take place in an hour during this real-time bidding procedure, which takes place in a vast, busy auditorium. The Aalsmeer flower auction has a significant influence on the world's floral industry. It acts as a vital global marketplace for wholesalers, retailers, and florists, guaranteeing a continuous supply of fresh flowers to markets in Europe and beyond. The auction supports a large network of flower growers and dealers by expediting the distribution process and offering a venue for international trade, thereby solidifying the Netherlands' leadership position in the world of floriculture. Number 12. The Rijksmuseum's Night Watch. One of the most well-known paintings in Dutch history, Rembrandt's Night Watch, was finished in 1642 and is the main piece in the Rijksmuseum's collection.
Rembrandt's The Night Watch was partly damaged when it was moved more than 300 years ago.
This masterwork, which is characterized by its dynamic composition and deft use of light and shadow, portrays a dramatic scenario of a militia company getting ready for a march. The painting's value stems from its representation of Dutch civic pride and the prominence of militia formations throughout the 17th century. In addition to its creative excellence, Night Watch has been undergoing continuous restoration and conservation in order to preserve its historical integrity. Among the noteworthy initiatives is a thorough restoration project that was finished in 2019 and entailed utilizing cutting-edge technologies to clean and mend the canvas. The project's goal was to reveal original elements hidden beneath decades of dirt and varnish, while addressing problems like discoloration and deterioration. The picture, which represents the pinnacle of the Dutch Golden Age, has significantly impacted Dutch art and culture. Night Watch is a famous depiction of Dutch creative and cultural legacy that never fails to enthrall audiences and inspire artists across the globe, thanks to Rembrandt's inventive techniques and portrayal of civic pride. Number 13. The Dutch Canal System. The Dutch canal system dates back to the 17th century and is an incredible engineering and urban planning achievement. During the Dutch Golden Age, canals were first built for trade, defense, and water management. The most well-known examples are the canals in Amsterdam, which were built to control water flow, stop flooding, and make transit easier. In the Netherlands, canals are important for transportation because they facilitate the smooth flow of people and goods. They also help prevent flooding by diverting excess water away from populated areas. And they offer leisure activities like boating and beautiful walks. The canal's scenic vistas, storied buildings, and colorful houseboats make Dutch cities more charming. The canal system is essential to Dutch life and landscape since it practically supports sustainable urban living and the nation's flood prevention policy. Number 14. The Houseboats of Amsterdam. Amsterdam has a special charm and character that is enhanced by the presence of houseboats, a characteristic of city life. These floating dwellings, which are moored beside the city's canals, range in style from basic barges to opulent mansions, reflecting the many interests and lifestyles of their owners. In addition to adding to the aesthetic attractiveness of the city, the houseboats provide a tangible reminder of Amsterdam's long history with its waterways. Houseboats are primarily utilized for residential purposes and provide a charming and tranquil substitute for conventional homes. Residents can enjoy the beautiful surroundings and easily access Amsterdam's canal system. Houseboat communities emerge around different dock sites, creating a vibrant culture that encourages a sense of friendship among boat inhabitants. Living on a houseboat does present certain difficulties, though. Compared to standard residences, less space and more maintenance may be involved. Houseboat occupants also have to follow mooring and waste management requirements, Notwithstanding these difficulties, there are advantages, such as a different way of life, a spirit of adventure, and a unique living environment that many find alluring. Number 15. The Netherlands cycling culture. Dutch people love to ride, and the country is frequently praised for having some of the best bike infrastructure in the world. The fact that riding is so popular in the Netherlands for recreation, sport, and transportation shows how important it is to the country's culture. Riding a bike is not only a way of getting around for many Dutch people, it's an essential component of their everyday lives and sense of identity. Bicycling is easily incorporated into the nation's infrastructure. The Netherlands is home to more than 35,000 kilometers of bike lanes, a large number of bike parking spaces, and traffic patterns that give cyclists priority. With over 27% of all trips performed by bike in the nation, this well-developed infrastructure supports the high cycling rates. Distinctive cycling events and customs further show the nation's passion for riding. A community-level celebration of cycling is held through local rides and bike festivals. In contrast, competitive cycling is showcased at annual events like the Amstel Gold Race and the Dutch National Championships. The Netherlands' enduring passion for cycling, health, and an active lifestyle is reflected in this. Thanks for joining us on this wild journey through the Netherlands. From quirky traditions to unique attractions, it's clear this country is full of surprises. Don't forget to click on the video popping up on your screen for more fascinating discoveries and oddities from around the world. See you there.